We consider a problem on complex numbers on the concept of the principal argument of complex numbers. This problem has appeared in the joint entrance examination main held on 20th July 2021 in the morning shift. The problem is on complex numbers. We state the problem and discuss its solution. If Z and W are two complex numbers such that modulus of the product ZW is equal to 1 and argument of Z minus argument of W is equal to 3 pi by 2, then the argument of 1 minus 2 Z bar W upon 1 plus 3 Z bar W is, we have to find the argument of 1 minus 2 Z bar W whole by 1 plus 3 Z bar W. The options are given. The first option minus pi by 4, second minus 3 pi by 4, third 3 pi by 4, the fourth pi by 4. Here the argument of Z denotes the principal argument of Z. Solution. Let us write the polar form of the complex number Z. Let Z is equal to r e to the power of I theta be the polar form of the complex number Z, where r is mod Z, theta is the principal argument of Z. Note that the argument of Z is a multi-valued function and its principal argument of Z is defined as minus pi less than argument of Z less than or equal to pi. That is, argument of Z will be called a principal argument of Z if minus pi less than argument of Z less than or equal to pi. Given mod ZW is equal to 1 and argument of Z minus argument of W is equal to 3 pi by 2. This implies mod ZW is equal to 1 will imply mod Z into mod W is equal to 1 and the argument of W will be equal to argument of Z minus 3 pi by 2. Minus 3 pi by 2. This implies mod W is equal to 1 by mod Z is R, that is equal to 1 by R, and argument of W is equal to argument of Z, that is theta, minus 3 pi by 2. Now we can write the polar form of the complex number W. What will be the polar form of the complex number W? W is equal to mod W into e to the power of I times in the power argument of W. Therefore, W is equal to 1 by R into e to the power of I times theta minus 3 pi by 2. W is equal to mod W, that is 1 by R into e to the power of I into the argument of W. Now Z bar W, because the Z bar W is appearing in the argument that is to be found, so we consider that Z bar W will be equal to Z is R e to the power of I theta, Z bar will be R e to the power of minus I theta. W into W is equal to 1 by R into e to the power of I times theta minus 3 pi by 2. Minus I theta plus I theta in the powers cancel off and R cancel off, R and 1 by R cancel off, and we get e to the power of minus 3 pi by 2. That will be equal to, writing in the cis form, cos 3 pi by 2 minus I sin 3 pi by 2. Cos 3 pi by 2 is 0. Sin 3 pi by 2 is minus 1. Minus 1 into minus I is I. So Z bar W will be I. We continue in the next slide. That's the problem what we have, and the options are there. We have Z bar W is equal to I. Let U is equal to 1 minus 2Z bar W by whole by 1 plus 3Z bar W. 1 minus 2Z bar W by whole by 1 plus 3Z bar W. 1 minus 2 Z bar W is I. 1 minus 2I by 1 plus 3I. What do? We rationalize. That means to multiply both numerator and denominator with the conjugate of the denominator. That is, multiply both numerator and denominator by 1 minus 3i. So 1 minus 2i by 1 plus 3i multiply by the conjugate of 1 plus 3i both in the numerator and denominator. That will be 1 minus 3i, 1 minus 3i. 1 plus 3i into 1 minus 3i, that is a plus ib into a minus ib will be a square plus b square. So 1 plus 3i into 1 minus 3i will be 1 square plus 3 square, that is equal to 10. So that will be 1 by 10, 1 by 10 into, if you take the product 1 minus 2i into 1 minus 3i, it will be minus 5 minus 5i. So now that will be equal to minus 5 by 10 minus 1 by 2 minus 5 by 10 minus 1 by 2i. So this is written 1 by root 2 into minus 1 by root 2 minus 1 by root 2 I. And the modulus of this is 1 by root 2. Now it is adjusted, and this will be equal to 1 by root 2 into the cis form of it. So this will be modulus, that will be equal to r e to the power of I alpha, where r is the modulus of minus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2i, where e to the power of I alpha will be cos alpha plus I sin alpha. Cos alpha is minus 1 by root 2. Sin alpha will be minus 1 by root 2. So where r is mod u is equal to 1 by root 2, and alpha is equal to the argument of u will be 5 pi by 4. Why? Why it is 5 pi by 4? Because minus 1 by root 2 minus 1 by root 2 I will lie in the third quadrant. In the third quadrant, therefore, the argument must be 5 pi by 4. But this is the 5 pi by 4 is also same as minus 3 pi by 4. Now, your answer we have already got. How? Now, in these answers, minus pi by 4, minus 3 by 4, 3 by 4, 5 by 4, minus 3 by 4 by 4 is there. Therefore, option 2 is the correct option. Now, argument of u is minus 3 pi by 4. Why? Because the principal argument of a complex number belongs to minus pi to plus pi, open on the minus pi side and closed on the pi side. So 5 pi by 4 if you take, that will not belong to this, whereas minus 3 pi by 4 belongs to this. Because we are considering the principal argument, the answer is minus 3 pi by 4, and we got it here. So therefore, the argument of 1 minus 2z bar w whole by 1 plus 3z bar w is equal to minus 3 pi by 4. So answer is option